The Prime Minister's partisan instincts appeared to get the better of him today. At the closing press conference of the G8 meeting in Italy, the PM was asked whether developing nations would be invited to attend next year's meeting in Canada as well. Mr. Harper deflected the question with a personal political attack as the world was watching. Global National's Peter Harris is in L'Aquila, Italy, traveling with the Prime Minister. Peter?
Well, Kevin, you'd expect the Prime Minister to be walking away from a global summit like this, talking about all the progress these G8 leaders made on big problems in the world. Instead, he was taking a step back on a political shot that completely misfired. Canada is set to host next year's G8 summit, so it's tradition for the Prime Minister to get the last word here in Italy. But maybe it wasn't for the best.
I think it's an irresponsible suggestion. Mr. Ignatieff is supposed to be a Canadian.
In front of Canadian reporters and a handful of foreign press, the Prime Minister lashed out at Liberal leader Michael Ignatieff for saying Canada could be dumped from the G8.
I don't know where he's getting this idea. Nobody but Mr. Ignatieff in the world has suggested excluding Canada from a meeting of major countries. Nobody.
Clearly not. The only problem is it wasn't the Liberal leader who said it. Within minutes, Stephen Harper's aide was apologizing for the gaffe.
I have to apologize to the Prime Minister for misinforming him and ill-advising him. But most importantly, it's important to apologize to Mr. Ignatieff as well.
And the apologies didn't end there.
This was not a quotation of Mr. Ignatieff. I regret the error and I apologize to Mr. Ignatieff for this error.
Why is Michael Ignatieff back in Canada after being away?
The Conservatives have been going hard on Michael Ignatieff, saying he's out of touch with Canadians. The Liberals fired back.
We have a person in the job right now who's not capable of rising above partisanship, who's not capable of speaking for all Canadians on the world stage.
Now, Kevin, the Prime Minister landed here surrounded by questions about whether or not he took communion at a Catholic church, which he said today he did. Yesterday, he held up the other world leaders during that photo op, and today there was this political misfire, so it's been a few stumbles this week.
All right, so were there other developments that the partisan swipe kind of crowded out?
Well, today was supposed to be about helping the world's 1 billion that are going hungry today. And actually, the G8 leaders set aside $24 billion in new funding to help them with emergency food aid. Canada set aside $600 million over the next 3 years, so it's not an insignificant number. But of course, all of this got lost in this misstep. Kevin?
All right, Peter Harris.